Have you ever been killed over and over again by Reaper? Are you annoyed? You tried a counter pick already but you can't seem to find a way to avoid those deadly flanks? If so, in this video I'll go over what helped me shut him down for good. First of all, to counter Reaper you fully need to understand how his kit works. He's a DPS obviously, but he isn't as straightforward as a Pharah or Soldier 76. His passive steals health from his enemies, melee counts as well. So as he gets closer to you, he's doing more damage and more healing. Super annoying combination if you ask me. As a primary fire, Reaper has his twin shotguns named Hellfire. The damage is 36 to 180 per shot, decreasing with range obviously. Surprisingly enough, Reaper has one of the fastest reload time in the game with the 1.5 second animation to reload both shotguns. Hellfire has a headshot multiplier as well. His L-shift ability is called Wraith Form. Reaper becomes a shadow for a short period of time. No point using ammo or cooldown on him at this point as he takes no damage in this form. Using this ability, Reaper is invulnerable for 3 seconds. Funny thing is, Reaper doesn't receive any damage, right? We're all aware of that. However, while in Wraith form, did you know that Reaper will heal if he goes on a heal pack? Also, in Wraith form, Reaper reloads fully his twin shotgun. Can this ability be any stronger? Hell yes it can. It also cleanses any status effects. His Shadow Step, his E ability, is how Reaper flanks around. He targets the spot and can teleport there. There's a small delay though, and Reaper is also invulnerable for 1 out of the 3 seconds it takes to complete the animation, and it has a 10 seconds cooldown. Shadow Steps is a strong ability but not as loaded as Wraith form. The only small feature that you might not know is that Reaper can use Shadow Step while in midair. It reduces the speed at which he falls. Now comes the big boy ability. Death Blossom is Reaper's very own ultimate. He spins like crazy, one-shots your entire team in a fraction of a second. We've all been there. At least he loses 50% of movement speed while he's clearing your entire team. That's good to know, right? Death Blossom also reloads Hellfire if the ability isn't cancelled. No feature on this one, except Reaper's not invulnerable. If he uses Death Blossom at the wrong moment, he will die very quickly. Usually, Reaper's players like to wait till all the big ultimates have been thrown, or after their support or tank uses their own ultimate, like a Lucio Sounds Barrier or Zarya's Graviton Surge. Death Blossom is always best used in a combination with another more utility focused ult. Don't forget that. Now we fully understand how Reaper's kit works, we can cover the strategy behind Reaper's playstyle. Flanking and close quarter combat are his main strengths. Reaper will always look to camp around a corner waiting for you to pass by, or will wait till the tank and support go past him and will kill the lonely Widowmaker at the back. It's a weird playstyle in my opinion. Also, if you usually play DPS and or support and like to roam around alone, Reaper will usually try to catch you off guard with Shadow Step. Another strength of his is how Reaper isn't really a high skill ceiling hero. It takes some time to adjust to his close range only playstyle, but the fact is it's quite easy to play. Now we get onto your favorite part. How can you make Reaper's life hell like he did to you when you started playing Overwatch 2? Or maybe he's making your life hell right now. Either way, there are easy ways to counter Reaper. First, and probably the most important for you, if you take one thing away from this video, it should be this: awareness. Yes, you heard me, awareness is the most effective way to counter Reaper. Always be aware of Reaper's position. If you don't see him in your line of sight or don't hear him shooting at your tank, know that he's probably flanking you. Also, Shadow Step has a very distinct sound effect. It's actually loud when you hear it, but you might not be aware of it. Listen to this. If you hear this, look around immediately. If you're able to hear it, that means Reaper is teleporting near you. Next tip is distance, distance, distance. Stay away. Whatever hero you're playing, stay as far away as possible. I know it's easier said than done. Reaper is literally useless in mid to long range combat. If you combine a hit scan hero, for example Soldier 76, with great awareness, you'll shut him down easily. Now, as a tank player, you're in a troublesome situation. There is no big counter to Reaper. Why? Reaper's whole identity is to be able to kill tanks quickly and then get away with Wraith form. So yeah, good luck. I mean, you can still play Diva and eat a lot of damage with defense metrics. You can even cancel out his Death Blossom completely, but in my experience, it's still not enough, as a Reaper can just ignore you and go for your backline. Then you'll be stuck between peeling for your backline or staying on objective. In any tank matchups, Reaper is favored. Roadhog, Reaper can go through your hook and you're stuck fighting him in close combat with no hook. Any tank, Reaper has at least 1 or 2 ways to counter you, and that's when you have to rely on your DPS. As a DPS, keep your distance. Your pick doesn't matter in my opinion. Actually, picks don't matter until you're maybe Diamond. Anything with range will do the job. Pharah, Soldier 76, or McCree. Do not pick Tracer against Reaper. He will one-shot you before you can even blink or recall away. Pick a hero with medium to high range, with high ground advantage. Stay aware of your surroundings and listen for cues that a Reaper's coming. If you hear him, the first thing you should do is turn back and run. Don't go all the way back to your spawn. Keep a healthy distance where his shot hits you for 36 and you hit him for full damage. You won't ever lose the 1v1 that way. My personal favorite but biased pick obviously is Soldier 76. You see Reaper's shadow step near you, you turn around and you run. By the time he's done with the animation, you've already way too far for him to deal damage, let alone kill you. Hanzo is also good as you can double jump away and his arrows are deadly from mid-range. Keep in mind that whatever you decide to play though, the pick itself doesn't matter that much as long as it's not a close range hero. Awareness and distance is how you win against Reaper. My personal weird take on this matter is Torbjorn. Wait, listen to me. I know it sounds crazy, but a well-placed Torbjorn's turret can prevent a Reaper's flank. Also, what happens if Reaper spots your turret at mid-range? Absolutely nothing. He doesn't have the range nor the damage to do anything about it. His best bet would be to use Shadow Step somewhere near the turret and destroy it. However, at that point, if the turret is close to you, you're free to unload as much damage as you want. Overall, Reaper isn't overpowered right now. He deals a great amount of damage to tanks, but he's easily countered as well. I think he's balanced. His playstyle is weird and annoying to deal with, but definitely doable. Now you know what to do against him, so apply these tips in your next casual or comp game against Reaper and let me know how it went in the comments below.